In the old days, medical problems that happened at events used to be handled. It's kind of a cliche. It reminds me of a New Yorker cartoon where there's somebody lying on the stage and the next night comes out, is there a doctor in the house? It was just dependent on who happened to be there. I think that we've gotten way past that. And now there's something that's called event medicine, which is not yet a medical specialty, but it is a niche in medicine. And it is being populated by a number of actually entrepreneurial companies who are in this business, and it's also done by a lot of people who are not in the business particularly. For example, the UCLA basketball games, the event medicine there is provided by one of my residents and a couple of EMTs from the UCLA Police Department and their transportation capability. So event medicine I would define as the provision of on-site medical services at an event, as I just defined an event to be. The range of events that this applies to is huge. It ranges all the way from a classical music concert where not much in the way of medical emergencies is expected to happen other than an exacerbation of a chronic problem that someone has, to something like a racing weekend at the California Speedway, where not only is there a huge number of spectators sitting in a stand that is really essentially a large reflector oven in the desert, to the car drivers themselves when they hit the wall. So you get all kinds of things ranging from people who have had too much to drink, people who have not had enough water to drink, people who have been in the sun too long, and people who have gotten themselves all broken up by driving into a wall at 180 miles an hour. In your world, I think you're probably mostly dealing with things that are smaller than a weekend at the Speedway, but larger than a backyard party. Not necessarily, but in many cases. So why do people provide event medicine? I went a little fast there. The major reason is to assume responsibility for your clients or for your guests or whoever, because it's become clear over time that a large number of people in a particular place for a period of time means that sooner or later somebody's going to get sick there or be injured there, and it's appropriate to take care of those people. It's also a risk management motivation that many people find. It's also customer service. Although you like your event medical services to kind of be out of sight, out of mind until they are needed, the other half of it is that when they are needed, people generally appreciate that if it's delivered in a kind and appropriate way. And in some places, actually, there's a legal duty to provide event medicine. In New York, I understand that if there's a gathering of more than 1,000 people, it's a requirement to have medical people on site to deal with that.